Welcome to another live stream, guys. Good morning. Thank you for spending a part of your day with us. Hello, welcome. Sorry I'm a little late. I am here now and glad to be here. Today is June 6th at 7:40. Had a bit of technical difficulties this morning with the internet. I had to reset my internet. Not sure exactly what's going on, but I know CenturyLink is just trash now. I'm going to be trying to maybe even get Starlink. I think Starlink would be a good thing to do at this point, especially in the area that I live, because our internet is trash. Now, Carvana went up about 5% pre-market today, and now it is crashing back down, so good thing I didn't invest in that earlier. Starting to find a retracement here of about 4.5%. So I was thinking about trading Carvana this morning, way up here, right when I looked at it this morning. So good thing I didn't. Now Carvana could still trace and go back up to highs, but we will see what happens here. Sorry for being late, guys. I am a few minutes late. I'm going to see how Mara's doing. Mara, a nice pump up from about 3% today already. Starting to play along with our resistance. So we are going to buy 10. We're going to wait. We're going to wait because resistance is right there. Good morning. How are we all doing today? I'm going to buy 10 shares just to get our feet wet here. Mara has a lot of push that can be had or made as it begins to go up with our trading plan. As you can see here, this is our trading plan for it to go up. See how it bounces on the high, bounces on the low, bounces on the high, bounces on the low. And now that's what we are doing. We're going to play off of this move upward. Set our alerts a little higher than we normally would. Adjust those a little bit. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Again, sorry for being late. Not typically like me to be late this morning. But again, the internet here has been dumb. Now we're going to bring up Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Let's do a double grid. We'll pull up BTC today. BTC. Oh, what happened? What happened to my double grid? It's super extended, so we want to be careful with that. What happened to my Mara? Right here. Yeah, I could have swore I put it. Could have swore I put it just like that. There we go. So Bitcoin is going up. Now this can have a huge pullback, so be very careful. This thing is super overbought right now. Still going up, so that's exactly what we're going to play off of here. Looks like we missed a good run though. Looks like we missed a really good run here of about 3.5, almost 4%. I'm catching the tail end of it. Now it's going to pull back. We're going to buy more. My average is going to be super high, etc. So hopefully not. Let's see what happens. How are we all doing today? Almost didn't make it to the live stream. I almost just said, forget it. The internet's not working. Let's just cancel our live. I hate to do that sometimes. But I'm glad I didn't have to do that today. Looks like it wants to sell off, but I mean, it may. It is selling off. Let's see if it holds. I don't see why it would. It's extremely overbought. There we go. Come on. Got in way too high. Way too high up. I should have known. I do this all the time. Got in way too soon. Or too late. Got in way too late here. How's everybody's morning today? How are you all doing? Good, I hope. I'm not even sharing my screen with you guys. Could have swore I was. Okay, there we go. There we go. This is what we're watching here. Got Bitcoin on the extra track. Got Mara here. Gonna buy some more. It might be a fake out though. Let's see. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties this morning. Internet wasn't working. We got on this trade late. I've been watching this trade pre-market. I've been watching it. I watched this dip this morning. I saw that it happened. I was like, oh, it might be a good opportunity to buy. And sure enough, it was. I missed 3%. I could have already been done trading. Now this is going to sell off very nicely. I'm going to have in position extremely high up again. Huge swing. Up almost 1%. Which means we're up almost, what did it say, 4%? 3%. Tomorrow's almost a 3-time leverage of Bitcoin, which is pretty nice to know. Also looking at Mara on the 4-hour. Still up, still has plenty of room to move. Has some area to come down. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Carvana is the real winner here. This thing went up 5% overnight from lows to highs, 6.5%. And as soon as it opened, it went up a little bit more to fake out our buyers and then started crashing back down, finding a support at 104 for another high of 109, making another 4%. So there's literally a 10% day trading Carvana right there. DE moving up today. This is a company we called out on the Sunday Stock Talk. If you guys are all new here, we trade live every single day at market open. Today I was just a little bit late. Do apologize. Thank you, Tina, for texting me. Appreciate that. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. Hello, hello. There we go. Good morning. Good morning, Tina. Yeah, glad all is well, she says. Yes, thank you. Me too. Me too. I'm glad everything is good. Now this is going to bounce off the EMA, or this is going to crash back down. I have a feeling it's going to try to bounce. We'll see what happens. Now, do not do what I'm doing. I encourage you not to do what I'm doing. This thing can sell off even more, so be very aware of that. So as you can see, about 15 shares down here, and even though I bought them way up here, and it brought my average down to 2118 from like 2150 or 2158, something like that. So it's a little bit better of a position, not that much better, but I won't have to go as high up. I won't have to go up 3.5%. I could literally go, this company can go up another 1%, and I could break even and get out, not suffering a loss. Maybe breaking even, potentially getting, you know, just a few extra dollars, but definitely not losing money. This was a dumb trade that I made. You know, again, FOMO, fear of missing out. I missed out on 3 or 4%. I have a feeling it's going to go up even higher, and then you buy in at the top and it goes completely down. Why? Because it's already gone up so high, it has no choice but to kind of come back down, you know. Buyers will be locking in profits here, selling their position, and then people like me will be covering their positions as it sells off. And then now at this point, people would be selling down here, all their short sellers, and then buyers ultimately getting in. So it's definitely a cycle. It's already up 1%. So if I would have, you know, bought my $730 worth down here, I'd already be up $7 instead of trying to retrace $7 and another $7. That's $15 I was down. Instead of having to recover the $15, I could have been up $15, right? 7, 14, 21, 20, 21 and a half. So it could have been up almost $30 on this trade. Could have been up 30. Now I'm looking at being down about 7. Now I do believe in Mara. Mara is one of those companies that I do believe in. They're increasing their hash rate from 25 to 50 hash rate this year, so there is going to be, you know, some good things happening with them. We're already halfway through the year, so their hash rate's already halfway in between those areas. Identifying patterns is also very good. As you can see here, it had a nice huge pull up on Bitcoin. It rose up and then it pulled back, and now it's rising up again, which is great. It's finding that area of support and resistance. There's support levels right there, obviously clear as day, and then there is horizontal resistance levels literally right where it touched just now, and then there's high resistance levels way up here, obviously. So it may trail in this area. Unfortunately, I bought way up here and down here, so my resistance line is somewhat high, right? Supports are here, as you can see. My position is what I meant to say. My position size is a little bit high, obviously, from where it was. And hopefully this doesn't continue to sell off. Now, I can't see it selling off that dramatically. I mean, it is possible that it could do that. But with new highs, it doesn't look like that's the case. It may just continue to go and just kind of trail in between these two patterns, whether it be this support and that resistance or this support and that resistance. So we're waiting to see. Now again, FOMO, it's a real thing. The fear of missing out is a real thing, guys. And I've been actually basically creating less gains because I'm not waiting for good opportunities here. I'm basically holding myself back from massive areas of improvement. Buying way too high, should have waited, you know, or buy the 10 shares here, wait more than 5 minutes before I buy another block of shares. Because I already had 20 shares up here. If I would have had 10 up here and then bought 25 down here, my average would probably been even lower. It probably would have been like 20, 2090, 21 on the dot. So again, it's already up 1%, and I'm struggling to break even. Well, not struggling, but I mean, if this thing slowly goes up, then yeah, I will break even. Also, I hope you guys can see what I'm looking at here. This company went, when it hit the previous support levels and then went up, it went up 38% in a week. Then it came back down, hit this level again, and went back up for another 39% in 5 days. Then it went back down, and then it rose back up 37% in a week. So that is exactly what we are looking at here, going from lows to highs of about 30% in 5 days. It's just going right along with exactly what it's supposed to do. Having a little bit of a hiccup here at these resistance levels, but overall still going up and doing what it needs to do. So we are waiting for that confirmation for when it does go up to have massive potential here. I mean, it's already from the bounce, it's already been up 11% and retraced back down. Now it's at about 8%. So it's definitely making its way up. It's just doing it very slowly this time compared to last time. So be aware of that. Look how this is playing out perfectly here. This is pre-market. 3 candles up, 1, 2, 3 candles. Has some candles that, you know, got rejected. Boom, rejection. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Moving up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think every 2 candles is like 1 candle for Mara. So now this is a huge pullback here. Potential to buy more, obviously. But I don't like to risk any more than $1,000 on any one position. It gives me the ability to have extra money when there's other opportunities. You guys have any questions, feel free and ask. If there's any other companies that you would like me to take a look at, I'd be more than happy to. Looks like we may be having some selling pressure here. See, I figured it was going to get rejected more on the EMA. This is also a strong support here, having a previous resistance, creating a new support area of interest. Okay, broke through it, so that is no longer relevant. I mean, support can be as low as down here now at the 70,000 mark. 70,900. Could bounce off of this EMA, or the MA could also do that. Selling off. Big sell-off. So definitely could have did better with my trade today. Now we're not gonna lock in these mistakes here. Thank you. But I will bring this up for you guys so you can see here, $32 in the last couple of days here, $8 on Monday, $24 on Tuesday, $14 on Wednesday. Right now it's saying $15, but we haven't actually locked it in. I hate that they do that. It should just say like open position, or it should say like 0 or something. But right now it is indicating that I'm down $15 today on Mara. Now this is saying $12. I don't know if this just needs to be updated. Yeah, so now $11. But basically, as you can see in May, we had a lot of green days compared to our red days. 20 here, 15, 25, 23. Had a couple red days, obviously, 16, 20, 18. And then a huge day on May 14th, $217, which really helped with our track record very nicely. Down 43, up 55, down 27, or up 27, down 34, up 42, and up 40. So there are some areas where we're getting into some pretty decent numbers. Now, the thing with that is, unfortunately, they track, so now we're at $8 loss. They like to track your open positions as well. So if you close the day with an open position, it will showcase that here to you. I made a whole video on the layout and what a lot of this stuff means. I share with you all of my periodical, monthly, daily charts all the way back to January. So if you want to check that out, or even just pause this video real quick, you can check all those out 100% free. So here we go. Nice retracement back up. Now, this is interesting because if I would have got in here, I would have been up 2%. Down here, 1%. So I could have made my 3% today by simply just understanding, hey, there's going to be a pullback. There's going to be potential in a little while. Wait for that potential. And then, you know, of course, be more aggressive. So now we're looking at it to go up. I've already missed out on, you know, 2%, which would have been, you know, $15, to make another 2%, which would have been $30 freaking dollars. $30 today on a trade that I know is possible, but I got in way too high. Could have sold, cut my losses for $1, waited for re-entry down here, and then rode the wave back up. But man, I really do hate selling for a loss. And right there, we're going to go back down a little bit. Hopefully not. Hopefully this found its retracement here at this support level, and it's able to go back up even, you know, 2% for us to make a couple dollars today, make it worth our time on this live stream. Got some coffee. You are shrimply amazing cup today. Now, that would have been a good opportunity just to get out, break even, you know, make your $1 or $2, or just suffer no losses. But again, this is a company that I really don't mind trading. I don't mind holding a little longer than normal companies. I know that, you know, from trading it every single day, that this has a lot of volatility. So this is not for the weak. I mean, look at this range here. Look at the range on this candle on the 1 hour, and look where it's trading at. Look at the range on this one. Look at the range on this red candle. Huge range on these candles. So a lot of volatility. Want us to be very careful when trading with this company. Okay, this 1 hour candle is about to go red. Doesn't mean it has to, but it can. There it goes, almost red. On the 1 hour, does it go red? If it goes red, this thing is probably going to sell off even more. Finding its low. Could have bought more positions right here. That would have been a good idea. Let me know. Do you guys drink coffee? Are you guys coffee drinkers? Are you more of a just water in the morning? there's been points in my life where I'll drink coffee for like a year, and then out of nowhere I'll just be like, I'm not gonna drink coffee no more, and then not drink coffee for like a year or two, or maybe even 3 years I went without drinking coffee. And then this last job I had as a general manager of a Denny's restaurant, I did that for 2 years. And that was always my goal. I was like, I'm going to work here 2 years. I'm going to save up as much money as I can. And then we're going to get back to trading full time. And I remember waking up and opening the kitchen at 6 a.m. and drinking coffee. It was like just a really strong smell. It just reminded me of home. You had to brew it for your customers. And then so I started drinking little half cup coffees, then full cup coffees, and now I could take out like 2 or 3 cups of coffee if I wanted to. I was even drinking it black at Denny's. That's how good the coffee was. It was black coffee. So yeah, do you guys drink coffee? Funny too, I wasn't on exactly at 7:30. And I had a couple people reach out to me, ask me if everything was okay, if we were going to go live today, you know, what's going on. And so I appreciate that. You guys are holding me accountable. You guys are making sure I'm doing what I need to be doing in this community. And it shows that you guys care too. And I appreciate that. I'm super grateful and thankful to have you guys as a part of our team, as part of our community. You know, obviously your time is valuable, so I appreciate you spending some time with us every morning as we trade live. And you know, it's awesome. Every time I get discouraged, or sometimes I feel like giving up, I just think about, you know, the amount of followers that we've been able to create on this channel and this community. You know, we have 5,300. Almost 5,400 subscribers now on the channel, over 71,000 private Facebook group members, and just a mass following on, you know, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all those other social networks. So combined, we have right around 100,000 investing for beginner community members. So it's very cool. It's an awesome experience to be in. I know we can get our following to, you know, 500,000 people, 1,000,000 people one day. You know, there's plenty of people in the world that have cell phones and internet nowadays to be able to just click on and watch videos. Now, my whole reason here. Hello, Talha, bro. How long have you been trading? This account I've been trading since January of this year, so 5 months. We've been able to grow the account from $500 to $1,000 in January to now over $3,700 within just a few months. Under the PDT rule, using a cash account, you can trade more than 3 times a week. I know a lot of people are kind of stuck with the 3 day trades a week with the PDT rule. But with that said, if you open a cash account on WeBull, you will trade your settled funds. So say you have $1,000, you can do a $200 day trade, buy and sell on this company 5 times in a single day, because you're taking smaller positions. Now, if you trade that whole $1,000 on one trade for the day, then you'll have to wait an entire day for your money to settle to be able to trade again, which is okay, because then that gives you 5 day trades a week. Even if you spend your entire account balance on one trade, you'll still have 5 trades. What I do is I like to break it up. So, you know, with the $3,000, if I use $1,000 in this account, 700 to be more specific, then I have 5 $700 trades in a day. Okay, which really helps jumpstart potential to buy and sell more. So I also don't like to invest more than 20% of my entire account on a single trade. I know that's a little aggressive. Some people say only invest about 10%. But guys, you know, say $3,000, 10% is only $300. So then you're going to watch me trade $300 to make 10%, which is $30. And, you know, that's fine. But, you know, I figured if I trade $700 to $1,000 per trade, that I can make anywhere from $70 to $100 a day. Or, you know, more realistically, it's only like 2 to 3% a day. Now, I aim for 10% a day. Some days we make 3-4%. Some days we make 1%. At the same time, though, you got to realize there's more risk. When you invest more money, there's a higher chance of a reward and profit, but there's also a higher chance of risk. And I want you guys to be aware of that. Good question, Talha. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I do have a trading account with over $30,000 that I use to live off of. That's going to be like, you know, I make 10% a month. I'm golden. I got $3 grand. And that account's a little bit more on autopilot. It's one of my dividend accounts. So, you know, it brings in a really good amount of dividends every month, as well as being able to buy opportunities, hold, and swing. I do a lot of swing trading on my $30,000 account. I get a little bit too nervous trading, you know, $10,000 on a position size. It's just, I'm not there yet, right? Like, I've built it up to that point from putting money in it and being able to, you know, consistently grow my account, put money in and use, and, you know, get dividends and start that snowball effect. But as far as trading, like, say, Mara with 10 grand, these swings are insane. You know, 10 grand, you're down 4%, you know, you're down, what's that, like $40 in like a split second? Even 10% of 10 grand is $1,000. So I'm gonna get there. You guys keep watching and I'm gonna get there. Yeah, so I trade stocks and I trade a little bit of crypto, not as much as I used to when I used Robinhood, because you can't trade crypto on WeBull. Now, I do believe you can trade it on MooMoo, and I know you can on Robinhood. I also have a Coinbase wallet exchange or whatever, but the fees are unreal, man. I can trade stocks on here for free. Whereas crypto, I think they were charging me like $2 or $3 to buy, $2 or $3 to sell. There's like a 10% on top of that, I think. It was just bad. So I don't really trade crypto just because of all the fees. And technically, I'm trading crypto right now if you count Mara as a kind of like a cousin to Bitcoin. You know, it is a holding company, so it holds Bitcoin. So in fact, when, you know, Bitcoin does really well, obviously Mara will do well, and vice versa. This sell-off that just happened here is a result of Bitcoin selling off. So Mara tends to react the same way Bitcoin would react. And guys, we are playing right off of this resistance level, so it went all the way down to previous lows of 71,000, and now it's finding resistance at 71,200. So that may be the area where it's going to kind of stick around for today. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, so it's super overbought. As you can see here, the highest resistance it has was at 73,826, and it may or may not get up to 73,676, 826. But it's possible. It doesn't mean it has to, but it's definitely possible. So As far as I know, it's probably just going to keep going up and down where these previous support and resistance levels are. That's kind of looks like that's what it's doing right now. Now it can go as low as 70,900, so be aware of that. There's still plenty of room for this company to sell off if it wants to, okay? So just realize that, guys. Right now, that's looked like exactly what it's doing this morning. This obviously was pre-market. It shot up and now it's coming back down. Had a couple opportunities here, if not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of opportunity where I could have just sold out of my position and been up, you know, a few dollars, nothing crazy. I think at one point I was up, yeah, I was up like $10 or something. 5 or 10 bucks, so nothing crazy. And again, I believe in crypto. I'll never tell you what to buy, hold, or sell. That's not what I do here. So if you're looking to just have me call out like, hey, buy this now, I just won't do that for you guys. I appreciate you guys too much to have you guys get burned from trades that I take. I'm not the kind of guy, I'm not like Roaring Kitty where I'm like, buy now, let's ride this to the top and let's get these guys. It's like, I'm just looking for opportunities in the market that I see value in. I want to help you understand why I see value in it and why I'm looking at it. So then later on, you won't need me anymore. You won't even have to watch my channel if you don't want. Once you understand the, I guess, strategy that I'm trying to use, my thought process that I take every day and develop it to be more successful than I am already, and hopefully have some other people become successful, learn from my mistakes, document my successes. And that's really it, guys. Okay, we want to double down on our winners and we want to reduce our losers and that whole mentality as much as possible. I had a bad trade today. All right, well, what did you learn? Okay, I'm not doing that again. And more than likely, you'll continue to make mistakes and grow, but the whole point is to grow and to make mistakes and to learn. This community is educational for a reason. It's for you to learn how to do this all on your own, to identify patterns and opportunities for success. As you can see here on Carvana, there was heavy resistance. Heavy resistance. Come on. At 109.84. Okay, 109.84. There was resistance. Now it's making lower highs, lower lows, which means that this is this is selling off, right? And when it sells off, we don't want to invest in a company that's selling off, unless you're Johnny, obviously, because I've been doing that all week lately with Bitcoin, buying at too high of a price. But as you can see here with Carvana, it's finding support levels at 104. So by identifying where its resistance is for the day, where its support levels are per day, and understanding that this is in a downward trend, we may want to wait because this might not bounce up as high as, this one. It might not bounce as high as this one or this one. It may just get as high as where it was previously. As you can see here, higher or lower highs each and every time. So this thing could probably only bounce a little bit. It could bounce to here. And understanding those patterns will create you a better plan and be more successful in the long run. Now, if we flipped it, let's just flip it to this. As you can see here, it's creating higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher lows. So you'd want to invest in this company at any point to make a 4.5% profit. Compared to this one, you're like, okay, I bought here and sold here. Well, great. Okay, that's great if you can. But what if you bought here and you thought it was going to go up and now it's down 3.5%? What are you going to do? What are you going to do as a trader you're not trading off of anyone else's stock picks? You're not trading off of anyone else's ideas or opinions. You're finding this setup by yourself. what do? You don't have anyone to turn to. You can't Google, what's the best price to sell and buy Carvana? You know, you could ask me. That's what I'm here for. You could ask me my thoughts, and I'll give you my thought process, just like I'm doing now. Hey, it's overextended. It's showing signs of a sell-off. It has a downward trend. Maybe you should wait. But that's all. You know, that's only my opinion. So then you can make your own best judgment. Now, if it's sold off, okay, it's sold off. You know, okay, I messed up. I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna wait, and then you wait, and it comes back up, and you break even. You're like, man, I just know it can go up. It can go back up to these levels. I just know it. Well, this area just confirmed that it made a newer, lower high. It doesn't want to go back up to this price of 109. It wants to stay down here. So then here would be your area to cut losses, break even, and you don't, and you wait, and it goes all the way back down. You're like, oh, it's going to go back up. So maybe you buy more down here. Now your average went from down there to say here, just like I did on Bitcoin a minute ago, and now it goes up. You're like, oh man, this is awesome. I'm going to buy more here, bring down my average. It's going to go up, and look, you break even again. You break even again because it's creating a lower high. So you're like, oh man, I thought I was going to go up to here. And it doesn't. And now you're back down here again for a 2% loss. You see this green candle, you're like, oh, I'm going to buy some more. Now your average is like, say, down to here. And you still aren't able to break even. You're still down 0.3%. You're like, man, what's going on? I'm not getting this. You know, I'm just going to hold. And then you're down 2%, and you went from $1,000 maybe on your first trade to $2,000 to $3,000, and what you would have been down was 2% on 1,000, which would have been $20. You're now down 2% on $3,000, and you're down $60 with this thing continuing to sell off, right? So identifying patterns, identifying your levels of support and resistance, and then waiting. That's the biggest thing for any investor, is waiting for that opportune moment. Look at this. Okay, now this may be an area of good potential buy. You buy at the support. Obviously there was a clear sign of support here. Now it is showing signs of it being oversold, so it may only go up that much, right? Because this is showing a downward pattern. It's showing literally a pattern that's going down, and it's going down very aggressively, very fast. Okay, look at that. It's selling off. It pulled up. It made that new lower high, and now it's going to sell off again. Now, if it finds this area of support, then you can know, okay, it's bouncing off of the support 2, 3, 4 times. It's either going to break out and go down lower, or it may break out and go up above. And that's very important when understanding this type of level, okay? I hope that clears up kind of my thought process on what I look for, what I identify. Again, this is for educational purposes. I never ask you what to buy, hold, or sell. That's not what I do here. I'm not trying to create a movement like Roaring Kitty, where we have everyone load up on this specific one for the day, and then we sell out and try to all make money. That's just not what we do here, guys. You know, if you're looking for stock picks, if you're looking for me to call out, you know, buy 100 shares at $20, you know, that's just not what I do here. But I do appreciate every one of yours time. I have been going live for almost an hour now. It looks like Bitcoin is just going to kind of go up and down. I'll keep you updated in our Discord server, second link in the description below. And you can get access for free, all 100% free. My trade ideas, my setups, you can get more involved with me throughout the day. So instead of waiting for my recap video this afternoon, or my, or my thoughts on it, you can just talk with other people and share your thoughts and ideas as well with us, what you're looking at, what you're trading at, what your experience level is, and all that in our Discord. You can share your profits there, you can share your stories, you can just look around and look at what everyone else is talking about. So that's the second link in the description below. Sign up for our Discord, 100% free. And also, the first link is our Investing for Beginners community, over 70,000 members. You can ask to join that private community. And the same thing, guys, we share our ideas, we share our opinions. and best practices when it comes to trading. We have long-term investors in the private community. We have day traders, swing traders. We have crypto traders. We have people that that trade real estate, that trade and buy and sell cars. So our community is very, very full. It's not local at all by any means. It is basically, I'd say, worldwide. But that doesn't really help anyone in the US. So, you know, there are people outside of the US that are in the group, but majority of our members are all here in the United States. So, you know, that really helps create a better and more realistic connection with people that are like-minded, have the same, you know, ideas, and can share our, you know, wins and losses with each other. I think it's important. That's how you learn. That's how the cavemen learned. They, you know, they played with fire, they got burned, and then they told everyone else, don't do that, right? And so we need other people to experiment, and we need other people to learn from. So that way we can increase our skill level a lot faster than the average day person. Here we go. Push up. Nice push up here. And bought way too soon. I should have bought early morning when I was having my technical difficulties. 3% profit there. Could have made another 1% there. That's 4. Another 2%. That's 6. And even if I was able to play off of this one, up another 1%. That's like a 7% day. Could be like $70 on 1,000, $700 on 10,000. Carvana not doing much, but it did find that area of support. So now this thing could, if it breaks, potentially just have a trend line going up in the upward direction, right? If it doesn't break. I mean, if it does break this line and it doesn't break the line, it's going to continue selling off. So good thing you guys did not get into this company, right? It's back at levels of pre-market. So could potentially, yeah, it could bounce. It can go back up and have a nice run of 4 or 5%. Doesn't mean it will, but it's possible. If you guys want to learn more about Carvana, I did make a video on it yesterday talking about how they are overbought. As you can see on the 4-hour, extremely overbought, right? Overbought here. Now it's sold off, oversold, hitting support levels right here in this area and moving up. But apparently it moved up a little bit too aggressively, and now it's selling off a little bit here at this resistance level. Again, resistance levels are here for a reason. Support levels are here for a reason. It obviously, I created this resistance level the other day, and it's hitting it, right? It's hitting those levels that I created a day or two ago. Why? Because most of the time patterns work. Patterns do work. Support levels and resistance levels literally work, guys. It might not work 100% of the time, but I'd rather them work 80% of the time than not at all. All right, here we go. Have a nice push up. Now I can do two things. I could sell out of my position, walk away with $1.60 with no losses, right? I could sell half of my position, locking in a buck or two, but again, locking in the fact that I won't have any losses. Or what I'm thinking of doing is just holding. Every time I sell too early, like way too early, and then I miss out on a ton of profit. So this could technically be 1.5%. It's not a lot of profit because my average cost is way high. But I mean, eventually, right, if it goes up later on today, this this 35 shares could turn into a $35 profit, right? Doesn't have to move up much. And at the very least, we get 1% on 700, almost 2% on 700. So that's like, you know, $14, something like that. So yeah, I appreciate you guys' time. Catch us in our live stream tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Friday, so it'll be our last live stream for the week. and then we'll be doing our Sunday night stock talk at 7 p.m. But in that time span, I don't just normally go live in the morning. I also do some type of educational video at 5:30 my time. So definitely subscribe to the channel, smash a little notification bell so you know when I do go live and when I post those educational videos for you. I have over 600 videos on my YouTube channel. Tons of them on investing, day trading now, swing trading, and also long-term investing. How to create a portfolio with monthly paying dividend so you can create monthly income, best dividend stocks for 2024, and a ton of other resources and videos on credit, finance, budgeting, and just how to be overall just a better with your finances. So definitely check that out, guys. I appreciate you watching the live stream today. I hope you found a little bit of value in it. I know it was a little bit all over the place, going from Mara to Carvana, talking about Bitcoin. You know, we got to see me going, negative for a while. I think I was down as much as like $15, and now we are in the positive. You know, learning from my mistakes. Don't buy when it's super overbought. Maybe don't even average down the way I did, but you know, you can learn a lot of different things from this, and I appreciate you guys' time. And look at that. As we're getting off, Mara is beginning to find area of opportunity here. We're up $4, which isn't a whole lot, but the main point is that our trading strategy is working out. We do have an 80% success rate. I'm working on getting it to at least 90%. That way, for every 10 trades I make, I do well on 8 of them, and I'm trying to do well on 9 of them. So if I can get one more in the bag, then we'll have 9 good trades out of 10, and that's when you really start adding up and your money starts growing. Because if you have 9 winners and only one small loser, one small loss, it would be so irrelevant. It'd be like making $900 and losing $100. Right? You didn't quite get to $1,000 profit, but you got $900 profit, and I'll take that. So Bitcoin looking to pull up. Now it may go all the way back up to 71,000. It may touch this 71,389, or it can go back up to 71,500. It could also just pull back right here because this is a resistance level and it's trying to go past it. So that may tend to happen before it goes up. It may come back down for another cycle, but we'll see. We're up about $3. We're positive in the green, as we were negative for quite a bit of our live morning stream. Hit that second link below for the Discord so you can stay up to date with this trade. I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking to sell, or even potentially add more to this position. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate your day. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you spending a part of your day with us. And like always, let's end the year, the week, and the month, and the day all on a green note. Let's have more green days than red days. Thanks guys, and we'll see you all